It don't matter the color of the skin, either woman or man, just let the case land. It's here, it's in safe hands. This is God work, not a fake plan. Too many kids being found in these lakes, man. This is MTGV, and you with Miss V. She keep
Welcome in,
head
everybody.
to the street, a drum to a beat. This is the place that you wanna be, but all trolls we delete. You better believe. Just
Please smack that thumbs up
for those that's taking these so
before we even get started. Please smack that thumbs up.
it's getting so out of control.
Shout out to everybody in the building. Welcome to all my new subscribers and old. Shout out to my members, moderators, and all my subscribers. We're going to be talking about ZIYAH. There's a couple things I want to go over.
Y'all know what it is, man. Team Vibe.
Couple things I want to go over. So, like I said, my channel, my live streams roll over from one another. And it's a couple things that we didn't get finished with. One being Shannon, the rest of her conversation, and also Devin. And it's a couple things that I wanted to go over in the beginning, just to show everybody, like Mark D and 7 Mile Radio, they definitely cracked this case. And it was just interesting to listen at the things that they were saying in the beginning that you hear in court and all of that stuff. But I'm going to get right into it. Shout out to everybody in the building. Please smack that thumbs up. If you hear on the replay, smack that thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you here right now. Drop down in the chat and let me know who's here. Shout out to everybody in the bushes. Shake the trees, Tracy. Okay, we're going to get right into it.
What's going on, caller? Who is this and where you calling from?
It's Devin and Shannon this time. Hello.
What?
Okay, so this is Devin, ZIYAH's beautician. And Devin's name, we already talked about him once, but also he did ZIYAH's hair the day before she went missing. Also, Jarvis even mentions this in his interrogation video, that she was going back and forth with him next door. So we gonna listen in.
Well, Devin who?
Devin, the one in the comments, is with Shannon.
Oh, okay. What you got to say, Devin?
So, first of all, I want to say to all the people that say we're not looking. First of all, it's been days. We drove up and down this whole motherfucking city, all of Warren, this whole block, everywhere, knocking on doors. We can't look so motherfucking hard because we're not the police. Bitch, we can't kick doors in. What else? How hard are we supposed to look? It's been days we walked in the code, knocking on doors, banging on doors, asking people, where is she at? Y'all like, hello? And y'all talking about, y'all need to go look for the family. Y'all need to go look for her. If somebody was on live talking about your kid or your missing niece or your missing child or whatever, you would be here too, trying to clear your name up just like Shannon is. Hello? Like, what is going on? And to the bitch that said she was going to beat our ass, bitch, I would love to see you try. Bitch, I will drop that
Trigger
ass right now
warnings.
and finish out.
That ain't what we doing here. That's not what we're doing here. But
and it's not what we're doing here. But that's what I have to say. That's what I have to say because that's what she has to say. So that's what I'm going to say. And she's the one that keep getting on the phone that keep lying. We know you're lying. So stop it. Stop. Because we know everything. And to the one you said, the one.
Wait. Wait. When you say we know everything, what is the everything that y'all know?
I'm gonna let Shannon explain all of that because that's Shannon. I'm gonna finish what I'm saying. I'm gonna pass to Shannon. Amen. Let me hold on. And, what was I about to say before you said it? And the one, the Sarge that you said. Nobody ever asked that question. Shan even said that. Nobody asked them that. They never said that. Nana, like she said, Nana runs a tight ship. The only time I see those kids outside is when they take that trash out. Doors locked by 8 o'clock.
You said the only time you see the kids is when they take the trash out.
And when they play in the backyard.
Welcome in, BFF. Shout out to everybody in the building. El Taka, welcome in. And shout out to everybody in the bushes. Y'all, please smack that thumbs up for me.
Only time you see the kids is when they take the trash out and when they play in the backyard.
Yes.
Where are you in proximity of the kids to see them other than them taking the trash out and playing in the backyard?
My best friend lives next door, so I be next door, and Nana lives next door to where I be at most of the time.
Okay, well, you say that you only see them when they're taking the trash out or playing in the backyard. What is that saying? That they're always confined into the house? That they're always gone?
That's not.
No, that's what I'm just saying. Well, what was the point of expounding on that? Is what I'm trying to.
No, because y'all are saying that they. How am I supposed to put this? Hold on. It's a lot of shit going through my head right now, and I just. Y'all are saying it's they. I've heard things like they're stuck there. They can't leave the house. They never go outside. They don't do this. They don't do that. It's all of this. It's all of that. Abuse this. Abuse that.
Oh, hold on. Trigger words. Trigger words. Okay, so I do want to give a trigger warning that this is a crime channel. It's 18 and up. So if you are under 18, you shouldn't be here. You might hear some things that may trigger you, and if you think it might, you might want to exit right now. But nothing that I talk about today is meant to shock anyone. He doesn't even live there, meddling. Right. So this guy, he be next door, and when Vari did an interview, he actually mentioned his man's next door. I'm assuming that these are the guys that he was hanging with next door. And this guy here does ZIYAH's hair. He did her hair the day before she went missing. Also, that video of her that we could notice that she was with child was the day before also. Jarvis admitted in interrogation that the last time he seen her, she was getting her hair did. I did a short that showed him when they asked him, Jarvis, how was her hair the last time you seen her? And he put his hands up just like her hair was in a bun, in the two buns. Then he changed it and said, oh, her hair was straight down, straight braids the last time I seen her. Guess what? In that video that you're going to hear them say that she took that the day before, that video was the day before, her hair was straight down in braids. And yeah, it changed. And she had that new hairstyle the day that she went missing. So we're going to get to all of that. Also, Shannon says that ZIYAH wasn't protected. She said that out her mouth. And her mother said on the stand, when they were asking her, what did she do to look for her and all of this stuff? And she was like, well, Shannon did this and that. And she said a few things. And then, but at the end, she said, I did nothing. These people tell on themselves, y'all. And it's just so much that I heard in the next piece. But we're going to get through this first.
Never that.
So much I heard. See, I'm able to connect the dots because I can connect the dots, man. I can like listen to something and remember what I heard and where I heard it at. So I can put it together. And this is like, they literally had this whole case cracked right here on 7 Mile Radio. And shout out to them because I'm a content creator that give props where props are due. Like I don't make up stuff to try to, gaslight anybody or try to be famous or nothing like that. I like to put out the facts and deal with that because the stuff that they uncovered here, because people were calling in, I'm talking about neighbors talking, store people talking, saying flyers was, we had about 4 of them and they've been taken down. Neighbors saying that wasn't nobody looking. Then we got the boyfriend, Marquita's boyfriend, who said that they wasn't looking. People saying they wasn't coming out the house. It's just crazy. We gonna get to it. All the stuff we heard is true and confirmed, pretty much.
Y'all are speaking on things that y'all don't know about. That's what's getting me. That's what's getting me. So now,
do you know Jarvis?
Not personally. I never spoke to that man in my life. I know of him, but I've never been in his presence. I know of him, but I've never spoken to him.
Welcome in, Riz.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess is there something else that you want to say besides, I guess, rebutting the things that you've seen in the comments in regards to what?
I'm good now. I'm passing it to Shan. Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. All right.
So one thing that I wanted to point out is that Shannon said that they don't go outside and they be in the house doing this, that, and the third, and he said they be in the backyard. So she about to call back.
Well, I had another caller coming in, but go ahead, Shannon. Let's see what you
or
got to say.
she next to him actually.
I believe.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
First off, what I meant or what you guys wanted me meant to say or whatever, but this is what I said. Whatever Jarvis did or allegedly did, I don't know. I really don't know. And yes, I did have 5 kids.
But wait, stop right there. Hold on, Shannon. Stop right there. Because you said whatever Jarvis did, you really didn't know. But when I asked you earlier if you knew Jarvis was a registered...
Oh, we don't want to hear those words. Now, I really didn't want to hear this part. Hold on.
As far as, you're trying to, do this in front of an audience type shit. But there's a lot of questions in my head as far as just, a lot of stuff, man. But at the end of the day, the general point is this girl need to get home, man. This girl need to get home. Because, somebody got to know something, man. There's too many people pointing the fingers, too many people that's around this girl that know her regular routine, that know something, man. And there's too many backtracks and too many, So do you so when Tamara Liberty Smith called, you don't recall, saying that that she actually left the house before? You don't remember telling anybody that?
Okay, you talking about the lady. I remember the lady. The lady walked me and my mom to her car. Yes, I do remember the lady, but I don't know her by name, by Tamara.
No, what I'm asking you is, do you remember telling her that at some point of time that she acted, that ZIYAH left the house? Because when I asked you originally, you said that no, she never left the house before. But Tamara commented and said that when she interviewed y'all, you said that she did. She said, I'm not gonna lie to you. She had left the house before. So when she called in and said that,
she will walk up and down the street. Like, she will walk up and down the street. She can only go so far. She will walk up, down the street, walk up, back and forth down the street. She never left the house, period, out of time. She will walk up and down the street. And if my mom called her and to see where she's at and we can't find her or whatever, because she's walking up and down the street, and she will come back and say, I was walking up and down the street, but it's not a long period of time.
She sounds so stupid that she's stumbling all over her words, saying that it makes no sense. And then she coughed, I believe, because she said my mom would call her when they talking about she didn't have no phone. Welcome in, everybody. Customs by Keno. Welcome in. And why, when they know where she is, they can't even cover themselves and play like they are looking? Just stupid. Exactly, because they definitely wasn't looking. I mean, that just sounds so confused, right? Welcome in, Alicia and Becca Cry. How you doing?
So once again, just like I'm saying it. My mom runs a tight ship. Yes, the kids be more in the house because they got the video games and TV. They be outside when they want to go outside. And yes, you will see them, but you will hardly see them because they in the house.
That don't make no sense.
They not stuck in the house. They can go outside. They can go places.
So yeah, that's the difference. He said they only in the back. He only see them in the backyard or taking out the trash, and she's saying that they can go outside. So which is it?
So wait, so is the dude that's there with you? Does he? What's his name? Dave? What was it? That was just on the line before you. Devin. So he stayed there with you? No.
Notice how she don't volunteer no information. Notice the long pauses. Like Mark is you supposed to do that. Like that's what the in interrogation videos they do that. Like when you give that long pause, so it's like a uncomfortable pause, and then that make them say something. Another thing I noticed with Shannon, she double speaks. Like when she lied, she'll say it twice. You know what I'm saying? I'll show y'all what I mean.
Oh, who, me? Do I stay there? No, I don't.
I was just wondering because she said that she sees them leaving.
My best friend stays next door, so most of the time I be next door.
Okay, so she sees them leaving the house, walking up and down the street from time to time, and sometimes mama have to call her and come back. But you said you don't see them doing nothing but taking the trash out and playing in the backyard.
Yeah, baby, I ain't never seen her walk up and down the street. Me personally, me. She would maybe come next door, see her brother.
See her brother. So Vari used to hang out. Oh, thank you for sharing, Riaz. Vari used to hang out with these guys next door. And if you remember when he did that interview, he said that him and ZIYAH got into it because she was sitting in a truck with a grown man. And she told him to get up out the truck, told her to get out the truck. He was trying to talk to Jarvis. He jumps out the truck, get all in his face, like, what's up, lil' Inga? You know what I'm saying? Like he was ready to fight him. And that was him and ZIYAH spat that they had gotten into. And he said, we got cool after that or whatever, but he was feeling a way that Jarvis jumped in his face. He's like, I just wanted to talk to him, but he really wanted to do something, but he was intimidated by Jarvis. I mean, yeah. Anyway, let's go. It's a lot, y'all.
That's like really it.
All right. Well, yeah, man. Like I said, man, I just don't know what's more to say about this situation. I just hope that she found, because I don't think we personally gonna get shit out of nobody's story out of this situation. As far as I'm concerned, it ain't gonna be nothing to come out of that. We gotta just try to figure out where she at. However, we figure it out.
And that's the main goal, is trying to find my niece. Because I want to know, and I wanted to speak on this. How can Merv speak on anything to where he did not want to be involved inside ZIYAH's life?
Merv is her father he actually spoke earlier. And so she going at him. But she had just told Mark that all the questions he was asking didn't have nothing to do with finding her niece. So she didn't want to talk about that, but she bring him up. And I wish he would have let her answer too, but let's go.
At all. He's wrong only.
Or talk more about it.
Hold on. He only came over by the house only twice. Wrong. 2 bites. And a couple of weeks later, my niece called him, and he answered the phone. She said, "Hey, Dad." He said, "Who is this?" He said, "Your daughter, Naziah." He said, "I don't have a daughter named Naziah."
All of the things that you're saying right now, you know what I mean, it's almost kind of a reflection of what you said earlier. It's almost like now that's very irrelevant to the story. I mean, because he was nowhere near the proximity of Nevaeh when she came up missing.
This before Mark knew her name good. But yeah, so she said that. And then the father actually admitted he hadn't seen her in 4 or 5 years. Before that, he said he was in the hospital for years. I mean, he was really messed up and had surgery and stuff like that. So, but you know, at the end of his life, because God rest his soul, he passed away. He was trying to make it right. He was out there looking for her and all of the stuff, but him and Naziah's mother decided to give her up. You know, so I didn't understand why he was coming around doing anything. If you either you're gonna be in or you're gonna be out. And so Naziah was like, she was going through a lot, not having her father there, mother there, not understanding everything that she was forced to do there, allegedly. But that's what it's looking like. And it's really disgusting. She not outside playing. She walking up and down the street. Oh my God, don't nobody just walk up and down the street but mental health. Yeah, or unless she was walking down the street to get picked up. Because I remember her saying to Jarvis in one of those text messages is that park down the street because people be watching the house. And he's like, what people? Who watching? People be watching the house. I don't know if she was talking about these guys that be next door or just people in general. So we know that he was sneaking through the back door allegedly. But I don't believe he was sneaking. I believe they knew. Maybe had her thinking she was sneaking. Maybe they was that kind of sick. I don't know.
So
you're right.
His whole point, my whole point of was opening the platform to him is because he never had a voice to be heard from his perspective. You know what I mean? He said what he had to say, right? But the central focus is on the people who are immediately around her.
Now I do want to say that the father said that he would go to the house and fix on things and stuff. So he said I would do work for her, and then even Marquita's boyfriend said he did work for her. He said he painted her whole house. I think he said he painted her whole house, and she didn't give him a dime. To her, that's what you supposed to do. So also it was said that Jarvis was doing stuff around the house. The mother was in communication with him and dropping her the kids off to him, allegedly.
At the time that she went, at the time that she disappeared. Now, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, did they not say that you were the last person to see her?
No, the school was the last person to see her.
Before
I sent her off
to the school.
Before school.
Now, see, she didn't admit to being the last one to see it right there. The school was, and when they went to that house that day, when all of that stuff jumped off, the landlord ended up going to jail. She said in that video, when he asked, she said, "I seen her before she went to school." So now she's saying that she's seen her, before school, pretty much. And so, but other people said, and we gonna get to that, like at the time that all of the stuff was going on, they was getting people saying that they seen her go home and all this stuff. So I don't know how true it is, but it was said.
So you were the last person in the nucleus of the family to see her, correct? I didn't say the last time she was seen. You were the last person that everybody in the family knows that seen her.
Correct.
Right. So yeah, that's so bringing up her dad trying to be relevant or whatnot. I mean, he is relevant because he's her dad. You know what I mean? So he is not irrelevant, but at the same time, this was, like I said, his opportunity to speak and to be heard from people who wanted to hear his perspective and where he'd been. Right? He's
understandable.
So
understandable.
So, I mean, I guess, once again, if there's anything else you want to say, before we open the phone lines back up.
I just hope and pray my niece come home. I hope and pray nothing happened to her. I want her home. And before she went to school, she was all jolly. She was happy. She texted my phone while she was in school.
Now, I played this part before, and I thought this was interesting too, the way that she responded to her. But I noticed this didn't get mentioned in court. So I don't think it happened.
She had your phone while she was in school?
No, she didn't have my phone.
Oh, what did you just say?
I said she texted me. She texted me from a computer because they have computers in school. She texted me. She said, "Hey, TT, what you doing?" I said, "Minding." She said, "What's Nana doing?" I said, "Nana minding." I said, "Do some work." She said, "We on break." And I said, "Okay." And that was the last time I heard from my niece.
So she seen her before school, and she also was the last one to talk to her, according to what she just said there. And you might be on to something. Alicia says she text her phone to ask what those two streets were. And also in this, she said if the police wanted my phone right now, I will give it to them willingly. So at this point, they ain't even searched her phone. They definitely reported her as a runaway. And they definitely went to the school and all of that to delay things.
So she had been missing how long in between the period of time Jarvis got picked up? What was it? Probably at least 3 weeks, right?
Almost it's like a month because she went missing on the 9th and he got picked up on the 7th of February.
Okay, yeah, almost a month. So did y'all have any conversations as far as anything in regards to her in between the time she went missing, or that y'all knew or reported that she was missing and he left?
No, we reported her missing. My mom reported her missing. She went up there to the school on the 10th. But
I'm saying, did you and Jarvis have any kind of conversation about her in between? I ain't say like her mom and who reported. I'm saying in between the time did y'all talk anything about it?
No, not at all.
Y'all hear that? Not at all. But it was definitely a conversation, because you don't just start a conversation. We know from the preliminary hearing that it was a conversation, and it was still no to the. And I was like, she had to have talked to him before that, so she definitely talked to him. So why is she lying? And she always repeat herself too, and she liked to say not at all. So does Jarvis.
Now, if he had something to do with it, he wouldn't tell me.
If he has
something. I'm saying, you knew she was missing. Did he know she was missing?
When I called everybody inside my phone besides a couple of family members, but they seen it on Facebook. Yes, I did. I did contact him, text him and said, "Have you seen Tutta?"
Didn't she just say she ain't talked to him? Not at all. Which is it?
Tutta didn't come home. Text my sister. I called my.
Yeah, still no Tutta is what they said in court. And that's all they said.
Hey, do you know if Naziah called you or anything? No. He called everybody.
Do you know if Naziah called you or anything? No. The boyfriend, Marquita boyfriend, said they ain't went out looking. The daddy said they didn't go out looking for her, handing out flyers or nothing. And also the neighbors said the same thing. Store owner said the flyers was being taken down. I don't know who was taking them down. But yeah, man, liar is growing. Like, just making stuff up as she go along. Yeah. Ain't no way she ain't being investigated.
So when you told him that, what was his response?
His response said no. He said he haven't seen her.
But in the interrogation room, Jarvis said that the grandmother, no, they knew. He said, I talked to my kid's mother and told them that she texted me from a number or something. And I asked her, what number was this? And then he said they knew that I was supposed to be picking them up from that house on Bedford, their grandmother house. And when they confronted Jarvis with the text messages, when she said, I'll be there at 3. If you're not there, I'll wait for you. And when they asked him about that in the interrogation room, he tried to weasel his way out of it. He's like, yeah, I was supposed to pick them up at the grandmama house. I was waiting on my daughter to get out of school that day. I was supposed to pick them up from the grandmama house. So, yeah. If I'm catching the lies, I'm damn sure that the courts is catching this, right? Because we able to put this stuff together now. Catching these lies. I mean, these is real lies right now. Real ones.
That's it.
That's it. She say that too. Not at all, and that's it.
Well, yeah, like I said, I'm gonna open up the phone lines, man, because this is this is a long story and shit. Hopefully we can end it. You know what I'm saying? To get this closed and bring her home.
Yep. The West
couple.
couple.
All I'm hoping for is to bring my niece home.
That was the first case that I worked on when I started this channel. 6 months in. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I was going to go over their interrogation. I mean, not the interrogation, but when they were made their statements outside just to show people a liar. I mean, they was blatantly lying. And that's what I'm saying. Like, we the public, we know they lying, right? But it's not about what you know, it's what you can prove. So they working on it. Trust me. It took them a long time to get the West, but they got them. They got them. I hear new information every time I listen to this family. Exactly. Every time you get something. I mean, because certain things you don't know to listen for, and then you hear something and then you're like, wait a minute, they said this. So that's how my mind worked anyway. But wow, this is wild.
All right, for sure.
If I had to guess, Jarvis wasn't paying nothing. I did see those CPS papers and stuff for paternity and all of that. And Shannon, as a matter of fact, that paper said the 10th. So they had a court date that day. Now, I don't know if they had a court date that day, if they did a paternity test that day. It was January 10th, 2024. So why they was it? Yeah, it was a 10th. So she went missing on the 9th. On the 10th, her grandmother, they said she went the morning of. The grandmother said she went and dropped the kids. She dropped the kids off at school and she went up there. Right? So you would have thought it was in the morning. But when the officer Wolf, the one that was retiring that had the case, he said that he was called to the office or whatever to talk to the grandmother about 11 or 12. So, which is, we know that she was not there at 7 and then came back. Allegedly she went to the school and said that, Naziah was missing and she was on her way to the police station to report her. Or she ran away. I think that's what she had to have said because they reported her as a runaway. That's why the judge said what she said, that they was trying to paint her as a runaway, this bad kid, and truth is she had never done this. That's why the commissioner Tamara Liberty Smith said what she said, because that's what they said, and that's what bought them more time. It's just really sad. Okay, so let me go on to the next one. So I pretty much just wanted to get that part. And it was some other things I had heard, like this one right here. I'm going to have to skip through this because, I'm going to have to try to catch some of these words they going to be saying. Shout out to the 78 people in the building. Please smack the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. if you have not, while I find this other video. Okay, hold on. Please subscribe and press that notification bell and thumbs up. Please subscribe and press that. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. For sharing. For sharing. For sharing. Thank you for so much.
That up, we gotta do some things. So hang tight, babe.
Man, I'm glad, man, because I be needing some fucking relief, y'all. Like this shit is heavy, man. You know what I mean? It was one point, as you see me driving in the car, and I wasn't even saying nothing for like the first 5 minutes of the video, man, because I was just I was concentrating on where I was going. You know what I mean? Because they were saying that this is where she was, and I was hoping that it wasn't, and turned out that it wasn't. I'm glad that it ended that way. But yeah, the urgency, you know what I'm saying, was the energy out there. You know what I mean?
And also, too, to that point, I was telling some people yesterday, like, we have to be careful at spreading misinformation.
Yes.
And it was that picked up so much traction.
So quick.
It was mind blowing to me, and I just want us to be very careful about where we're getting our information there.
So in the beginning, at this time of this video, you know, this is February 21st, as a matter of fact. So by this time, in the last video we just listened to, Jarvis already had been arrested. He was arrested February 7th, but it was for his gun charge that he was supposed to be handling from back in November. That's how long that case had been continued, from November. I got a clip where he's saying that in interrogation room. So if he would have just got locked up like he was supposed to, this would have never happened, because he went to court the morning that he did this. And I don't even know how he knew that he was going to be able to get out of that. How do you be a registered person, allegedly, or not registering and not getting no type of trouble? It's like like, who they got working for them behind the scenes?
There is a lot of information.
So you're going to hear a lot of what they were hearing from people. And that's what I found interesting.
A lot of trickery going on.
And this is after the live stream that we just listened to.
Like, we have to wait for official news, and in that regard, before we spread that kind of information, because it is still people out there who love and care for her. So, you know,
I'm a journalist, right? I'm a media outlet, so I get the whole so-called first people on the scene and stuff like that. So we all get it, and nobody's perfect. I say to say that. Like, we have a gripe with the news because, you know, sometimes when they publish information, they get things misconstrued or twisted, or sometimes even publish things for their own specific agenda or narrative. So
now that's true. Like, I, for one, like, sometime when I listen at myself, I'm like, dang, I said that all wrong. And the news most definitely put out things that's wrong and keep them going. Like Kiera Coles, I always go back to that. It was a clip. Kiera Coles went missing in Chicago. She was a postal worker and pregnant, never found, in 2018. And it was a clip of another postal worker walking down the street. And they had been saying the whole time that was Kiera. And it wasn't. And her mother knew that it wasn't her. She didn't know at first. The police end up telling her, because she recognized, she's like, that ain't my daughter's walk. And then they told her, don't tell anybody that wasn't your daughter. 2 years later, she told us. And I'm like, why would they do that? So they be doing stuff that don't make sense at all.
You know what I mean? So again, you know, we all just got to be mindful that we are all humans at work. You know what I mean? We're not robots, and we so-called first
bomb earlier.
Yeah. And I wanted to save a lot of that content for when we're here live in the studio right now, so I can actually show the receipts of the things that I was told, and as usual, right? Because I don't want people to feel like I'm just spewing these things out of my mouth. Right. So with that being said, case in point, I know we don't have as many people watching right now as we did earlier because for one reason we late. It's a late broadcast.
We sorry, y'all. Yeah, sorry.
We sorry because
So
it was
sorry.
we definitely had. First off, we had a podcast. If y'all follow the 7 Mile Radio page, you see that we had a podcast, a Truth podcast, which Penelope is on the panel of.
Because we passionate.
Yeah, they're definitely passionate. You know what I mean? And I would love to have this conversation. I'm glad that they came here with me tonight. And with that being said, man, we dropped some bombs. I dropped some bombs.
Yes, you did.
I guess on the last time that I went live. You know what I mean? I was compelled to do so as I was inboxed by a certain individual who informed me that one of the guys who chimed in via phone line on behalf of the family.
I just want to point out his mic was loud back then.
Had indeed had some inappropriate sexual contact with his son.
Now he's talking about the brother. Now y'all heard the word he said, some type of contact with
at a minor age.
He said son, but I had to move past
what's his name?
What was it? The Valentino Flamingo?
Florentino.
Yeah. So he, a guy came to me and said that his son was actually touched by this individual. You know what I mean? So, with this guy being, supposed voice of reason of, what is the word? Toxicness, no problems going on in the house. That's still not the word I'm looking for.
So Florentino called in and went clean off and said that his mother, I got a video of it, and saying, they grew up in a loving household. His mother don't have to do anything. She ain't gotta talk to the reporters, blase skip a. He just went clean off, and he was loud and wrong. I just want to say that. So
dysfunction.
Yeah.
Saying that the house was not dysfunctional. I wonder what kind of house that's not dysfunctional has 3 refrigerators, and one of them which has chains on the fridge to prevent the kids from going in there to eat the food that the grandmother eats. And they're not allowed to eat the same food. They eat noodles and...
Yes, a caller called in earlier and confirmed that. Yeah. She actually called in to confirm that earlier and said that was actually true, that there is a chain on a refrigerator.
And they end up saying it was 3 refrigerators. I didn't even know that. And it's pointed out it's a big freezer, I guess, and two refrigerators. That's a lot of food in the house to be chained up. And the boyfriend, Marquita boyfriend, said she had a whole room full of food. Like he said, the room could have been a den, but it was a pantry or something.
The grandmother's home.
Mm-hmm.
That is concerning.
They're very concerning. Very concerning.
And somebody actually told you that they saw this.
Mm-hmm.
And we all
That's interesting.
And then they sent me pictures of the chains on the refrigerator. They actually sent me the video. Okay, this is on
TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok video.
On TikTok. Yeah. And also, make note that
and I was saying the name wrong. I keep saying Zanaya. It's Nazaya, right? The end is first. Nazaya. Okay, right? Because it's great. So Nazaya was doing TikTok videos in the kitchen.
And her clothes. So this is not just one occasion, because you will see her in multiple
different outfits.
Right.
Not the same
this
day.
is different days. So, this is a daily thing, obviously.
Yeah, it's like that on the regular. So, if you let me see if I can pull this up. Cool. So here's Exhibit A, where we have little Nazaya right here. In her gap.
You said it wrong again.
Hook up.
Can you zoom in?
Of course.
You can see the chain on the back.
Look right below her elbow.
Zoom in.
So we do know about the chains.
You see the chains.
Yeah.
There it is.
Then why is it chains on the refrigerator?
Why is it chains on the refrigerator?
So it was just interesting to see them pointing all of the stuff out, everything that people have been showing and trying to act like they uncovering stuff, but this stuff was already cracked. It just amazes me.
Wow.
And it's
Now here's another
in
one.
the home.
Yeah.
So, devil's advocate, real quick. Could it be said that, oh, that's the refrigerator that doesn't work?
So why is it a chain on it?
Boy, that chain is sparkling just like her shirt. I'm about to put this in here. And then you can see how tiny she is too on here, which we know she was tiny. But you could definitely see that she had gained weight, but not on here. I probably should be using
Doesn't work.
other phone.
That's so. That's there's no other explanation for it.
So when the kids are hungry or thirsty or they want a snack,
What refrigerator are they using? But then if you pull up the other,
There's a video. The other video. Well, let me see.
It's like three refrigerators on that.
There's 3 refrigerators in that kitchen.
Right.
There's 3 refrigerators in that kitchen. So let me see if we go back to this other picture here.
Oh,
as well.
Okay.
Okay, on the left side of her, and there's another one right there on the right side of her.
Right.
And there's also another one in the distance, like behind her right shoulder.
Like in a different room.
In the distance, yeah.
Right, in a different room.
So there's 3 refrigerators. It looks like.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, just hold this for a minute. So that looked like to me, to her, this like shiny.
Her right arm.
This is a stainless steel.
That's the door of a stainless steel refrigerator.
Correct.
Like. And then that black one is behind her. That's the one with chains on it. And then there's another one
behind her on the other side of that room.
Yeah.
Like it's like a white, older model.
Like you can kind of see it under her arm back behind the wall.
Mm-hmm.
If you could pull her video up.
Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can find. While you doing that, if I can find it. That
out of all these people that's watching, nobody works in CPS or social work.
So they was trying to figure out if it's legal, if it's okay to have that chain. And it is. Like, this must have been the time that Shannon actually pinned this on her page on Facebook. It said, yeah, for just so you know, it is okay long as you got a refrigerator that is accessible to the kids. And I was like, out of everything that's going on, she posts that. She pinned that. ZIYAH is missing, mind you. She only posted 4 posts and none of them posts pinned. And all of them had one-liners or 2 or 3 worders on there.
Tell us if this is normal and that this is not a cause for concern. And since there is a child that is missing and have been missing, is anybody in the CPS room even engaging with the children that are still in the home?
Now, Charmaine Brown said the only reason maybe that she could see is if someone in the home had Prader-Willi syndrome.
Somebody had asked me about that. I'm like, oh, that must have been where they got it from. Like if somebody had an eating disorder, but no.
And if, for those who don't know what that is, it's basically like a eating.
you got a better view of it.
Okay.
Clearly, they all got food in them because why would they be chains and locks on them?
Exactly. Why you need so many on?
Is that how that's set up?
That's what it looked like. So then if that's a deep freezer, do we still have 2
refrigerators?
And if that's the case, then why isn't a chain on the other one? If there was the syndrome.
Ain't no syndrome.
I had to write down because I had some questions.
Because I was watching.
See, here's the thing, right? How the family's saying, well, we all talking about a whole lot of stuff that's irrelevant to the point of her being missing and all of that, right? But these are all ingredients, right, into the stew that caused her to be missing.
Right. Because it wasn't all hunky dory. It wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
Considering this is contradicting the whole theory of y'all being this Huxtable household where everything is all fine and dandy.
Well, we definitely know that now, that it ain't no Huxtables about it. But see, all of this stuff, they knew all of this stuff. So just looking at it right now, they like thinking, what's taking so long? You know what? But in this video, they're gonna say that people are being questioned. Somebody in the chat is gonna say that. And it's true. People, by this time, people were being questioned because this is February 21st, and we know that Shannon, the lead investigator, Shannon Jones, she got the case on February 12th. February 13th, King got questioned, and the 14th, I think they questioned Jarvis. Or something happened. It was like that, like back to back. Once they got involved, they started searching and doing all kind of stuff. So whoever said that knew what they was talking about.
And there's no dysfunction and no dissolution. As a matter of fact, y'all want to get a glimpse into, I guess, an average morning, getting the
Welcome in, Marie.
Kids ready to school.
Oh, so they played that video on here too when they was getting ready for school, and we heard. Let's hear this for the people that might not have heard it. The grandmother, how she talked to them getting ready for school. And you know what's the oddest part about it though? Is that I'm assuming this was Shannon thought that it was okay to record it and release it on social media. This is normal to them. That's what I'm saying. This is normal.
Well, I wonder how Balenciaga feel about this situation where they was going to school.
Who is Balenciaga?
Flamingo.
Florentino, y'all.
Okay.
Florentino is the brother.
Let's look at how they get ready for school. All right. Let's look at how they get ready
Flamingo, crazy. Who named him?
Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Hey,
Get these kids out the way to go.
Shade up. Right here. What are these stupid ass kids did that?
Trigger words. Trigger words. Old granny trying to act like she well, we do morning prayer. They like to have breakfast before school. Girl, please. Evil as hell over nothing. Yelling at these kids like this. Trigger warning. Shoot. What are we doing here? Wait a minute. We got technical. Oh, there we go. What is going on?
What's going on with your coat? You don't know how to zip up your coat? Where your motherfucking coat at?
That's crazy.
Right. Get these coats.
It's a 19
No.
Come here. What's up under that shirt? What's up under that sweatshirt?
Loving granny. Definitely.
It's cold as hell outside. You, wear your coat. If you don't take that hoodie off that motherfucking coat, I don't give a fuck whether you can fit it or not.
Now, did you hear the kid? Nana, I can't fit this. If you don't take that, what? Dang. Is she a Chihuahua or a Bulldog? Which one is it? Like, that is horrible.
I'm walking out of here without a coat on.
She couldn't see or talk or hear in court, but she showed using her outside voice right now.
Yeah, you need a coat.
And that coat that you wearing ain't yours nowhere. That's the one that was too Ariel broke the zipper on. That's her. Why are you wearing a too small coat? Because she couldn't find her, so she went up there and put that beige. Remember that beige coat that both of them got during Christmas time? Ariel broke the zipper on hers. I never had it fit. She the one that ran upstairs 2 days ago and put it on, which was okay. But of course you can't fit it. It ain't your coat.
It's tough for everybody. You're stay praying.
I also want to point out that in court they said they get the kids ready and they take them to school and all that. According to this scene, those kids walked out the house by themselves. Granny sitting there ain't dressed. The other person ain't dressed either. Shannon, get out of here.
You too. All day. Say good morning. Say good morning, everybody.
She ain't got no fucking socks. They take the dirty clothes downstairs. She want to come to me at the last minute and ask me for some socks.
Come to me at the last minute. Now, Marquita's boyfriend said that the grandmother be in her room all the time, and they have to go to her room to get certain things. And so that's pretty much what she's saying right there. She waited to the last minute to come to me and let me know she needed socks.
I'm telling you, she gonna be leaving out of here. She gonna be barefoot with no damn socks. And whether you gotta go to school like that or not, it's on you. But she caught me at the last minute when I was getting Porter some socks. She knew that she didn't have no motherfucking socks. She knew that. And Porter knew he didn't have no damn socks either.
Better get these kids together in the morning.
Now this is normal. You can tell. She ain't acting. This is total normal behavior in this household.
They know.
Next time,
you next. Legend. Say good morning, Legend. Say good morning.
He is too funky foot. I was in that room for 40 minutes straightening out my clothes. He didn't come in there not one time to say he needed some socks. Looking at Mishmack bag. Get you some Mishmack socks. So I helped him get some Mishmack, so he got Mishmack socks.
She was in that room for 40 minutes.
All right.
Everybody in the circle.
Get out
Everybody
of here.
hold hands. That's what we do every morning on the way out the door.
So this is what they do. Yell at the kids every morning, cuss them out right before school, and then send them off with a demonic prayer for a horrible day. Not just the day, but the rest of the damn year.
All right, we're going to let...
Exactly. How you wake up cussing? Ain't you happy to be alive? God.
Us that prayed yesterday.
Okay, so Brooklyn ain't said it in a while. Have you said it in a while?
I think it's Zephaniah's turn. Legend, shut up.
That was so rude. Now she the one that was making Legend talk at first, and now she telling him to shut up. All he said was yellow. And they said he wasn't supposed to be on camera because he's adopted or something.
Come on, Zephaniah.
We come to you, Father. In the name of Jesus. Saying good morning and thank you.
How about say good morning and thank you to Granny and the family? How about she say good morning and thank you to the kids for being such good, loving kids, just standing there quietly while she cussed them out. Like she ain't got no nice words for them, but she want to send them off with a prayer. Like kids learn by example. So you could pray till your lips fall off. But the way that you treat them is gonna stick way more than your dang words.
Thank you for waking us up this morning, Lord.
Thank you for waking us up this morning.
Watching over and protecting us. And no weapon shall prosper against us.
And no weapon shall prosper.
Now, what is she talking about? No weapon should prosper against us. Ain't it no weapon form shall prosper against us? Ain't that what it's supposed to say? And she gonna yell at this little girl for not saying it wrong like her. Let's listen.
Prosper against us. Amen.
That's crazy.
Amen. You kids have
prosper against us. Amen. Man, mental illness right here.
Good glorious day to you guys. You got basketball practice today?
Do it sound like she about to walk out the door with them, or is she asking them as they walk out the door?
No doors open. You guys, see you guys later.
See you guys later.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Say good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Okay, so what part of that was they taking the kids to school? I'm just curious, because that was the send-off. Both of them was in their jammies, and the kids was out the door. All right.
She don't want to be found, but can you imagine if you're being violated, and we not just getting this from what the public say, we getting it from the family. So everybody on this podcast have heard family call in and say, even the brother last night, the brother said some of the things that you saying are true, man. Yes.
He did. And then the only thing that he debunked was I said that he was in the game.
That was it.
And he made a valid point. When VAR called in, that's the only thing he was mad about. Because he said that he didn't say nothing about, he was only mad about that. Like if everything was untrue that was being said, then he would have had more to say than just that he said that wrong about him being in a gang. He's like, I ain't in no gang. You need to correct that. He's like, I don't need to correct nothing. That's what this show for. You call in, you correct it yourself.
So let's not say why are we bashing the family when the family should be held accountable. Because the family very well may be the reason we are looking for baby girl right now. We got to stop. We have to stop and start holding our community accountable. Each one teach one. Say that shit. If you see talk like that, someone speaking to their child, and if you really care, you say, hey, cuz, come on, cuz. Come on, sis.
Annette didn't have no coat on. She was sitting in that chair when them kids was walking out the door, and she didn't look like she was prepared to walk out with them. So I'm not sure. I didn't look in her hand though, because I'm just playing the audio.
Maybe you stop your family. And I'm not down talking to family, but that was an opportunity for Shannon or the grandma to say, let me take a step back. I'm frustrated. We got to stop being frustrated. We take our frustration out on our kids, regardless of them being crazy in the morning. Let's ask them how they feel. Damn it, kids are human too.
Hold on. Valerie said, what's your number? I never said the family reread my comments. Reread my comments.
She wants to call in number. Is that
okay? If you wanna call in, but I think it's just really just us being in this moment and having this moment, because the city of Detroit is out looking for this little girl, and we do care about where she coming from, and the light, the dark secrets are in the light now, and it does hurt, but we can't help until we know. Start somewhere with knowing what's going on.
And another thing, Valerie, a lot of the information, if not damn near all of it, we have obtained from close people and some of the extended family members who are actively searching to find ZIYAH. Yeah. So this isn't just information that we're just making up.
Yeah.
And presenting to you all.
Yeah. Because I'm in no way, shape here to bash the family. Like I said on the call the other night, yes, the things that are being revealed are very much so embarrassing. They're hurtful. You know, yes, the focus is we should be focusing on her and trying to locate her, trying to find her and find her in wellness. But in order for us to do that again, we have to figure out what the dynamic was of which she has come from. What is happening? What may have led to that? So yes, we're going to look at the family, because like I said the other night, a child doesn't leave a happy home. Nope. You know what I'm saying? Something happened there. Something happened. So again, I don't want to make it seem like I'm bashing. I don't want to bash the the family, because I believe that they are human
or the
too.
grandma.
Or
I
the
think
grandmother.
it was mixed up that she said family, and family, grandma, it's all the same.
It's all the same.
Yeah, we not bashing. We just want to understand what's going on, because literally nobody knows nothing. It's like she vanished.
Y'all hearing the calls just like us. Each family member called in with something different. Each had something to add. And we're just trying, all of us on this call, all of us on this podcast, we're trying to cipher and process and digest all of the information that is presented to us. But we don't know. We leaning on the family, and the family's calling, and we're hearing the calls just like y'all.
Lala said it starts from the root.
Yeah, people don't be wanting to talk about what's necessary to talk about. And I mean, that is how you know what's going on. And they was hoping, that she had just left because something was going on. Also, they was mad because they was like, Shannon had put out this note on Facebook talking about she just wants some D, and it's just ridiculous. And so, yeah, they was hot about that.
Yeah. And as soon as the information is presented to us, and we have dissected and researched it and made sure it's credible to present to you all,
absolutely,
then you get an update.
Yeah. Because we get a lot of information. Mark get a lot of information. And because he is on the front line and have a voice for the community, he has to authenticate it. And I don't know what, I know some family have, may not know the facts because of how extended they are, but they have some type of experience with the family. And if they want to contribute that information, it can't stop them. Like I said, the city of Detroit looking for this girl, and we don't know much of anything. The family don't know nothing. We're all trying to sit here and figure out what really happened. Did she run away? We asking her to come home, and we don't even know what she coming home to.
That part.
We applying pressure.
Now, see, that's the frustrating part. Like, and these people knew that she didn't run away, yet that is what they was reporting. Oh, we got a troll in the building. I wasn't even looking. Hold on. Get your ass up out of here, like, right now. See ya. Now make another page, idiot. Like, I just happened to go over here and see all of this. I don't know what they was typing, but yeah, make another one. Ghost Town, you ghost on this channel now. Stupid.
We trying to apply pressure here.
Yes, and so many kids missing right now around the city. It's so many kids that's missing around the city who's not even getting this traction.
She was pretty.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so the
other missing teen that's from the same area as her is one of my friend's other cousins that I went to high school with.
And we got another young lady from Southfield, another 16-year-old.
There's so much going on.
I don't know.
I seen that she was found, and then I heard no more about it.
Now this right here, this shocked me, because it was a period where they thought she was found because somebody posted it. Somebody posted that she was found. So let's listen at this part. This is something I wanted to hear.
Because we get a lot of information. Mark get a lot of information. And because he is on the front line, that's missing around the city who's not even getting this traction. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the
other missing teen that's from the same area as her is one of my friend's other
I guess I might as well
cousins I went to high school with.
And we got another young lady from Southfield, another 16-year-old that just went missing and was reported missing today. So, I mean, do you rather us not say anything?
Yeah, where's the Amber Alert?
Yeah, and here's the thing. Like, I kind of wrote down some things because I just based off of what I've seen on Fox 2, I'm just like really perplexed. But I see that, she went missing on January 9th. The family didn't report it until the 10th. And then we got this whole blank, no action, no movement from what the public's seen. I mean, I like I told you, Mark, I could have sworn I seen something in January about her being missing. And then I got, I seen that she was found, and then I heard no more about it. But The police just now getting involved as of February 13th,
Well,
and then turn around.
Somebody was saying somebody was posting the pictures up from their job, and they was telling them to take them down.
Yeah, so I saw a commenter earlier said that she worked with the godmother. Okay. And the godmother sent via text messages of the flyer for the co-workers to post on their social medias. By January 11th, so I guess this is when this first happened. She didn't tell me a date, but obviously it had to have been sent to her on the 9th or the 10th. By January 11th, the godmother was texting the coworker, telling the coworker for them to take the flyer down off of their social media or wherever. 3
days after she was reported.
And typically when that happens, the person has been found. So if you're putting a flyer out and you're telling everybody to take the flyer down and it hasn't been resurfaced or shared anymore, because this all goes back to what we said before. Be careful about the information that you put out.
Okay, so we got them lying, talking about she was found. We don't need the flyers up no more. We got them posting on Facebook talking about she with a boy. She told her friends that she was running away. She was happy and all this. She didn't say that in court. She didn't say none of that. Now, maybe we'll hear that later. She did say that on this channel, though. She full of it. She's lying. Clearly. Definitely she lying. The grandmother ain't saying nothing. She didn't even want to do the interview. And then Mark had called her to do an interview. And she hung up the phone so quick after saying no. Who declines an interview with someone that will let you say whatever you want to say? Because some of the family was complaining because they went to the news and told them all the stuff that they have been telling everybody online, and they gave them about a minute and they ain't say none of the stuff that they said. So you got a show that literally would let you just say whatever, reach out to your granddaughter, and you don't want to interview? You don't want to come and talk? Yeah, that's suspect. And then, not to mention, okay, so report missing on the 9th, reporter in the afternoon the next day. Then Shannon paternity test is on the 10th also. I mean, they went to CPS for something. Those was the dates on there. And then the 11th, they reported a scuffle that she got into it with a girl at school, which is the same girl allegedly the reason why they took her out of the after school program, which is also the girl that Jarvis got. They asked Jarvis about this in his interrogation. If y'all have not seen my clear audio of his interrogation, just check that out. Y'all will hear all this stuff that I'm talking about as far as what Jarvis said in there. And then I think I got some shorts that I could play too once we get through.
And whether it's not as true. So if you got the whole city thinking that this girl is found, so we done went a whole month, over a month now, and there's no action. Until 2 weeks ago when pressure was being applied? Yeah.
Oh, that's also, my mama went to the school my mom went to the school, DPD, which is Detroit Police Department, came to my mama house. They've been here all effing week long. Who says that? Wouldn't you be happy they're there all week long? Especially when you live in Detroit where people come up missing all the time. I mean, pretty much everywhere, but there, you're going to say they've been here all effing week, but you don't know where your niece is at. And you're lying, because DPD, which is Detroit Police Department, didn't get involved until February 12th. When Shannon Jones, the lead investigator, was asked to take a look at this case. This right here is January 11th. So what she should have typed is DPS, right? Or whatever it is, the Detroit Police something. It's something else, right? DPD versus the school. Let's go.
And the only reason reason why attention got drawn to it 2 weeks ago was because of what, Mark? How did it blow up?
Well, it was on the news.
Right.
At first, they called...
Before the intensive search. Before... What caused that? What sparked that? Because we got this big gray area.
What the police report... What the gray area was, I believe, in the first month when it was only reported to the school, DPS police, as a runaway.
There it is. There it is. DPS. And what did we just see? DPD. Why did she type that? The throw off. Didn't want people to know that you ain't even reported her to the police. At this moment, right here, the police didn't know for a whole month. They didn't even know yet. And she lying on there.
And then when it got to DPD is when it blew up.
So the grandma didn't take it to the police, like, because that's what I'm understanding. What happened between the 9th and the February 13th? Did they think that she just still ran away, or and then that's my gripe with the police though.
So Detroit Public Schools. I was trying to think, what did that stand for? Because I was trying to make it connect with the school, with the police. So DPS is Detroit Public Schools.
And nobody paid attention that a 13-year-old been gone for a week now, or 2 weeks. Or the school didn't ask, like, hey, we haven't seen such and such. No, and that's my gripe with the police. I don't understand, like, why are we just now getting...
Shantae, oh, I know I'm saying that wrong. I don't know how to say your name, but yeah, what is going on in Detroit? It's a whole lot. Someone who is guilty won't talk to anyone. Someone who is guilty won't talk to anyone? No. Some people who are guilty think that they smarter than everybody. So they gonna talk they way the most. Some people that's guilty as hell talk the most, actually. Thinking they fooling somebody. And they get themselves caught up in their own lies. That's what we looking at right now. So what does this say? It was a reason. All we know is she got on the school bus and got dropped off on the corner of 3 Mile and Cornwall. She never came home Tuesday. And they never looked for her. Look at that, blaming her. Tuda asked me where 2 streets were at. Balfour and Outer Drive. Now, that's the only thing that she talked about in court. She said she asked her. When they asked her, when did she ask her where these streets were? Her answer was that week that she went missing. She said it was the same week, but she didn't say it was the same day. Now, she told Mark D that she called. So if ZIYAH called, like somebody said in a chat, that's when she asked about, oh, it's Shanita. Oh, okay. Shanita, I would have never guessed. Thank you for letting me know that. Okay, let's go.
Around to this. What's going on with that?
I want to, Deja Vu just asked, can y'all tell me where the first search was? What do you mean, like the police
first,
officially?
Yeah, I don't know where the first official search was.
Well, according to Fox 2, Pittsfield Township on 2/13, the same date that DPD picked it up. From what I heard on Fox 2 was the first search. The same day DPD picked it up.
Pittsfield Township.
And that's when they went over to the Bird Grand River area.
What? Okay, I didn't even know about that.
They surfaced. They canvassed 3 different spots, didn't they? They were in the Grand River.
On the west side.
Yep,
I can't remember exactly what area.
They were on the Grand River and Bird area because in
7 Mile and Bird.
when they did Rouge, it's wood. It's a wooded area around there. Nothing but woods and nothing back there. Yes, it was a wooded area, Deja Vu.
So they went to DPS first, which is
on 19.
Yeah, interesting to me because at that point, if my 13-year-old didn't come in that night, period, unless y'all caught her running away or sneaking out or anything, but if it's not odd to me that I'm gonna go to bed without my 13-year-old, I'm going to the police the night she didn't come home.
Okay, and then the other thing right here about this right here, talking about to the sneaky and blah blah skip a. She ain't say none of that. She didn't say that to Mark when he was asking her, what do you think happened? Give a scenario, I'm not asking you. She didn't answer. She didn't want to answer it. She ain't say nothing. The only thing she said was her friend said that she was leaving. She was happy. She even said she was happy before she left for school that day. Yeah, she wanted us to think she was so happy. When we know at school, she laid on the floor and told her substitute teacher that she wanted to talk to the counselor. And nobody got the counselor. Nobody helped her. We know all that. But Shannon wanted us to believe that she was happy. Even the teacher said that. The lunch lady said she wasn't herself. She always come to the lunch lady and get snacks. And she wasn't herself that day. She asked her what was wrong and she said nothing. But she knew that something was up. The teacher that taught her that day said what she said. Now the teacher said that she got she told the security guard to tell the counselor that ZIYAH wanted to talk to her. Like, that don't even make dang on sense to me. Oh, and also they talking about a skip house. So that was another thing, another throw off. I can't see it still, but y'all should be able to see it. The skip house in the area. Something about a skip house. That came up. She even said in one of these videos that the police told her about a skip house. So, hold on, let me see. Let me let this play.
From school. I'm fuck DPS. I gotta go to Detroit Police Department. DPS ain't helping me.
And this is the
Oh, I see it now. The police said it used to be a skip house in that area. Oh, this the part. See, this the conversation with her and Roxy. So she was saying, they was talking about a boyfriend or whatever. Then she said, or a girlfriend with these kids in this generation. Really? That's what they called now. Laugh in the crib at a band yeah. So right about this time, she's still trying to figure out where she at, and Shannon trying to throw everybody off. When Shannon should be actually looking for her niece herself, unless of course you already know where she at. Like, you called Jarvis, but you didn't go to the shop, same shop that they let her go to all the dang on time. Y'all didn't check there because they wasn't looking. And then to say something so stupid like this, she don't even use tampons at all. That don't mean a damn thing. So at this point, she's acting like, she's unaware if she's active or not. She better not be active. Girl, But then at the landlord's house, she admits to giving her a pregnancy test and two lines being faint and all that. Then we got the text messages with Jarvis talking about the test and all that. Go get another one. Yeah. So they cooked like all these lies.
The power of social media, right? So even still, if you felt like DPS wasn't doing enough, that's when the family get on there and they start applying pressure and they get to knocking on doors and they get to putting their own searches together. I ain't seen none of that.
Now 1 year later, 1 year later. So, at this point though, they knowing that people is getting questioned, or they gonna find out what they hear.
I think this is where it become kind of shady, like not shady, but like gray area for the police, because it's like, okay, you could tell us how long. They'll ask you how long she been gone. Has she ever ran away? Does she have friends? Does she, what I'm saying? They make you kind of wait it out for like 24, 48 hours.
ZIYAH was a smart kid. She was actually getting good grades. She didn't even have a problem in school. For them to point her out like this, for her to have a smile on her face, even the last picture that she took, man, that girl was going through a lot, and she was able to smile through it, which, she was programmed to do that. So sad. But that's good that your sister have a virtual. She's a virtual teacher at Michigan. That's what's up. They seem to be lazy and didn't care. Exactly. That's what I'm looking at. I mean, not only lazy, just they trying to cover up, trying to cover their own behinds. Someone who is guilty. I'm so shocked that person said that. Let's see. Wasn't her mom or grandmother supposedly found in a? Yeah, that was said, and she ended up. Yeah, I don't know if that's true though, but that was said. I'm not sure how true that is. Because in the beginning, some scenarios was being thrown out there. I don't think I didn't hear the family say that. I did hear Jernell say that the grandmother was pregnant at the age of 11, though. And Jernell is her sister, and Jernell said that her grandmother, the grandmother, was pregnant. Yeah, at that age, and she came to live with her and their grandfather or something. And by that time, she had a couple more kids, and she didn't want to be there at a very young age. Now I heard Naziah's mother was 13, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure about those ages, but I'm assuming some of that stuff came from the family. I do remember Jernell saying that though. 11. Well, her house was allegedly a cover up for a net ban for the brother so they wouldn't look for the daddy. So if you're talking about that Eric person, I heard Jernell say that wasn't true. Was it Jernell? I think it was Jernell that said that wasn't true. That wasn't a father. But shoot, it's a lot going on in the fam. So,
and then
allegedly
they'll put maybe out a bolo out. Be on the lookout maybe before they do anything. I wonder
exactly how can you even sleep unless you know what's going on, and you just letting it happen. The crazy thing about it all is knowing the story, right? We heard King's testimony. We heard the sister's testimony. We know that Naziah got out of school. They picked her up. So she was with them from 3 to 7:30, according to King's testimony, until they left to go to Ypsilanti. So, and we know from Jarvis's sister's testimony that she was sitting in Jarvis' truck outside of the shop, going in and out of that store, probably going to the bathroom or something. The store is connected to the shop, so I don't know if she was going into the shop while she was in the store or what was really going on. But so they clearly could have found her if they would have just did that. And guess what else was happening? Jarvis wasn't sneaking or hiding. Okay? He getting text messages from Shannon, and I would love to know what time those text messages happened. Because if he was text messaging her and Naziah sitting there right with him, she didn't think to go up there and look and see. He wasn't worried about it, is what I'm saying. She's sitting in the car. They're looking for her. You ain't hiding her or nothing. No, because they knew. Allegedly. They knew. That's what it sounded like. You went home and you went to bed. Listen, finding out that Jaguar had been up at that shop from the 4th. No, she said the 4th or 5th is when they took that Jaguar up there. Yet King tell us a whole testimony of going to get a water pump, putting the water pump on. The Jaguar arrived at 9 a.m. He said he got there about 8:45. The Jaguar got there at 9. Blase Skippe. Oh, we left at 7:30 to go to Ypsilanti. But he's supposed to be back home by 9. The sister testified, the auntie, in Ypsilanti said, they was there for an hour. And on top of that, she had to go to the ATM to get money. It take 30 to 40 minutes to get to Ypsilanti from Detroit. Tell me how he gonna get back before his tether when it's already 8:10 and they was there an hour. That's 9:10. And then we got Jarvis clocked back at the shop at 9. I heard it was a 9. They said Jarvis was over Angel House at 9, and then he clocked into the hotel at 9:30 a.m. that day. He also that night. So he checked into the hotel at 9:30 p.m. So they was back by that time, obviously. But I believe that they did something to her along the way. And I believe that they left way before they said they left. Because, okay, so now we talking about Jarvis' sister said that she was there from 4 o'clock to 6:30, but her phone data said she was there from 3:16 to 3:45 p.m. to 5:16. By the time Jarvis was fixing whatever was on her car, they was already finished working on the Jaguar. So if she was there until 5:16, that mean they was done. So why would they wait till 7:30 to leave? And we already know they wouldn't have made it back. Not to mention the sister said when they left her house in Ypsilanti, it was still light outside. And at first she thought it was 3:30 p.m. Then she said 5:30. Either way, the time ain't timing, baby.
Is that this kind of case? Like,
Yep. She also said that so she went to the ATM and they were still $70 short. Cause she said King called her the next day. She had to get Jarvis cash out because it was short $70. It's a lot. It's a lot of lying going on. Like something ain't adding up. Most of all, what ain't adding up is those times. Those times ain't adding up. But they did get back to the shop by 9 o'clock. But the time that they left is in question. And if you had the car there, the Jaguar there from the 4th or 5th, why did you wait to the 9th to fix it? Why did you wait to the 9th to go get the water pump? Why did you wait to that day? The same day that ZIYAH was never seen again.
One of the viewers said, and she went to bed a whole month comfortable as fuck. Exactly. How did you sleep at night?
That's what I'm saying. I
was outside.
I would be a zombie. I would be inconsolable. I would be out my mind.
So Jarvis left for a little bit that day. I think that's when he went to court. I really do. Because King said that around the morning time. He said he got there about 8:40. The Jaguar got there about 9. And he said Jarvis left for a little bit. He kind of said that right at the same time. So I believe that he had court that morning because I was trying to figure out did he go? When did he go to court? But then I'm like, he would have had to go to court that morning. So then I was a little thrown off because I was like, so when he went to court, he was supposed to get locked up unless he knew he wasn't going to get locked up. Because why would he risk going to court and getting locked up and leaving her out here to have the child? You see what I'm saying? So that was a little off for me. But then I was like, he must have went that morning. But I'm still trying to figure out, how did he know he was going to get out? Welcome in, Sherry. Blessings to you too.
Like this is somebody that wake up in my house every single day. This is somebody I see off to school. This is somebody I feed. This is like, how are you sleeping at night not knowing that this?
Welcome in, Aries. Shout out to you. I've been seeing you, and she's been replaying a lot of my videos. So thank you. I definitely noticed you yesterday, and I think you dropped my link too in Miss Parker's chat. Is that you? Let me know. I think that was you. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here. And thank all of y'all for being here. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not, and smack that thumbs up for me, y'all.
Person is not in her room, in her bed.
But then the mama go on the media and said she couldn't sleep or eat or something like that.
That was a
Yeah, and that's what I said. I want to dissect her body language.
But that was the press conference. Okay, so she had to go on there and speak. Before that, where was she at? I would have been doing lives. I ain't seen the mama, the grandma.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and I think badgering the grandma, like and this is my last point to that. Grandma not saying much. Not that she owe us that. She don't owe us to say anything to us. She don't owe us nothing. But when it became public, it became our problem. This little girl is our little sister.
It's ours.
Our baby.
Absolutely.
Our niece.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? So for that to be your grandchild, I would expect any platform as a grandma that I can advocate for my baby. Let me get on here and tell y'all who she was. Did you know who she was?
Okay, and the granny ain't doing nothing. You go on the granny page right now, all you gonna see is a bunch of blurry photos from 1978 or something, 68 or something, super old pictures. And she did not want to talk to anybody. She didn't want to be at that conference. But y'all hearing it. These people know. And then the mother, she was there. Because I got a recording of the mother also talking to Roxy. And she had mentioned, that she didn't have to be seen and all of this stuff. But just so happened, too, the mother was in town when all of this happened. She was planned to come in town. So she was there when she got missing. And that was so odd to me too, because I'm like, you would think that he would have been, first of all, first thing I was thinking was, after seeing the video of her and you could clearly tell that she was pregnant by the nose and everything, I was like, how did her mother not notice that? You know what I'm saying? Like, she would have noticed that because she was tiny the last time she would have seen it, right? I mean, I don't know exactly when was the last time the mother was in town, but we all know that she was a really small frame girl. And going from crop tops to big hoodies and coats in the house, and how do somebody visiting miss that? I don't think you can, personally. Let me pull something up right quick. Let me do this. So we see how tiny she was. I still question that picture. Golly. But I guess, okay, so that picture right here is supposed to be this coat that she got on. And that's the same coat she has on in my thumbnail. Let me go back to it. You can see that she got on that pink and black looking coat right there. But let me go. Okay, so this is supposed to be her, taking her last picture. And when Shannon said, her friend said that she was happy, she was smiling, and she described this picture. She really did. I was like, ain't that what she was doing in that picture? She said she was leaving, she was happy. Of course they want to convince us that she was happy when we know she wasn't. And the other odd thing is that the guy that got this information, the school officer, ain't never talked to the teacher. Like, I'm thrown by that. The substitute teacher only got talked to by Mark prior to going to court. She said in court that nobody had talked to her. That's crazy to me. That's why I'm like, Who else is involved? Because it seems like everything lined up for them. It really do. So she just happened to ask her where this location was at. The same location that Shannon admitted to picking Jarvis up from in court. Well, I just know she asked me about a street, Outer Drive and Balfour. And I told her, you know where it's at. Yeah, how she know where it's at? Because you done took her over there before. Mm-hmm. And then Outer Drive and Balfour happened to be the same street of the woman whose car he used that day, that he tore up and borrowed twice, to possibly hide a body. Evidence. Her glasses was found in that same car from the woman who lived on Balfour and Outer Drive. The same location that she asked Shannon about. Is that a coinky dink? But to the sneaky though. To the asked me where two streets were at. Two streets that Jarvis got a baby at. And a woman that he talking to on the phone. Talking about wipe down everything that I touched. Very interesting. And then we got the store right here, shady as heck. This is the door that separates the store and the shop. It's just one door. They're now using it as a storeroom. The setup. I don't even know how the people in the store didn't see nothing. I'm still trying to figure that one out.
Especially the type of grandma that everybody described her.
That's what I'm saying. Like humanize her, because people thinking, some people I read like she was being fast or she was this, like right. I would be trying to talk to the people that I'm asking to help me look for my grandbaby or my child. And I mean, and I have to give it to her dad, even though he was not a part of her life, all her life. But in a small tinge, I got to give it to that man. Got on this podcast and admitted that I failed my child. Yeah.
And he's doing a lot more than the grandma and the mother's doing.
And I hate that it came to this for him to, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how present he was, but.
And like he said, I don't care what y'all say about me. Say what you want, judge me, crucify me. I just want my baby home. That sounds like a concerned and loving parent to me who wants their child home safely.
Yeah. So I was just questioning too, like, because it's been confirmed. The dad was out searching with y'all, the day before yesterday? Yeah. Just responding to Tasha. Yes, the dad was out there. Yep, and Christy, you're right. Fox 2 had an article.
One thing that a lot of people, I ain't gonna say a lot of people, one thing that the family kept saying is, while everybody has all of this stuff to say, why y'all ain't out looking? But the people that are on here saying stuff, a lot of us were out looking, but were you out looking? We haven't seen any such parties organized by any of the family who she lived with.
Yeah. Why do we attack each other? Why do we attack each other? Why? Because we having a conversation.
I know if it was my baby out here, I would want y'all to be out here just like I want y'all. Thank you. I want all the help I want.
This is a part of keeping her relevant. This is a part of keeping her name circulating, because you see on the news
they forgot about it.
They don't talk about developments of this, and I understand you got to respect the process of an official investigation, but the rate these children being shot in the head. Being a
trigger word. Please subscribe and press that notification bell and thumbs up. Please subscribe. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. For sharing. For sharing. For sharing. Thank you.
Kids, I want to be a part of the change. I want to be a part of the movement of no more of our kids going missing. You can't have our kids. Right. Not in my community. Yeah. Not in my community.
Oh, and another thing that I saw last night, and I gotta say it because it bothered me all day today. I'm a vent, and then I'm done off my soapbox. The way y'all treated her brother in them comments, some of y'all last night,
Y'all was wrong.
y'all was so. We gotta stop doing that, y'all.
And I definitely want this to play because I mean I see that and it's really disturbing. Every case that people are paying attention to, people are so rude. They can be so rude. Even some of the content creators. Like, I mean, my heart was real soft for the brother. He's a kid. You know what I'm saying? All stuff happened to him too. And people just, I've been seeing people just real cold, not even thinking about like, cause I look at the old pictures of him and ZIYAH. He was just a little kid too. Now, yeah, he was able to get out the house, but what about the Stockholm syndrome that he caught while he was in there, type of thing? You know, this is deep rooted, like those kids that was living in this squalor, and they didn't even try to get out of this house. Nothing, because their mother told them not to open the door. They were in this house for 4-5 years. And so this is the kind of stronghold that I believe that the granny got on everybody. Allegedly, this is what I'm hearing too, and I'm seeing it. Because you can tell if you listen to the brother, you can tell that you know, things happen. He ran away for a reason. And he said it was because of Jarvis. Did y'all hear that? He said that. It was because of Jarvis. And Shannon. Because Shannon had just moved in there in October. And by January, ZIYAH was gone. That's crazy. So that's why I say a lot of the stuff was happening allegedly on her watch. Right? And yeah, sad.
Like y'all was telling them to shut up, hang up on them. We cannot do that. We cannot do that. And I know this is an emotionally charged situation, but we need to extend and hold.
Shout out to Aries. Thank you so much. Yes, R.I.P. to ZIYAH. Justice for ZIYAH. Thank you so much. Shout out to you. Let's go. Shout out to Aries. Thank you so much.
Space for each other. We have to. We have to hold space.
Because it's hard, you know, I couldn't imagine having to sit up and hear about my family and my missing sister
being violated.
And it's going all over the internet.
What about Vari? She said, I was just getting ready to say that, Miss V. That she asked the street names. Oh, okay. That she asked the street. Was that the day she went missing? She said it was that week when they asked Shannon that in court. She said it was that week. But she kind of stumbled. I don't know. Then, you know, she telling Mark that she called her from school. So she could have asked her then. She could have asked her way before that. You know, I don't believe in coincidence. So, yeah, she gonna have to answer to that one too. Like, the interrogation room awaits. I wonder if ZIYAH really asked about Balfour and Otter Drive, or if Shannon was trying to pin the, oh, I didn't mean to put on the other baby. Oh, yeah, that could have been a throw off too. But then why was she pointing them in that direction? Well, I guess, yeah, that is a point. She could have. But either way, it's a lie. Either way, it is a lie. Good point, because we don't know when she went missing and when those texts were sent out. What, these texts, the messages I was just showing? The 11th. between the 11th and the 13th. These actually got dates on them, or if they not, they had dates somewhere. These are I think this is Facebook messages. Yeah, that as a matter of fact, I think it was I remember seeing the 11th on one and the 13th, so it was like an ongoing conversation because Roxy had hit her back up like the 13th and was like, has she been found yet, and stuff like that.
And everybody having their public, opinions and open conversations about it or what have you. So I get it. And I thank you, Mark, for being, having empathy with that young man, as well as patience and coming down and switching that whole conversation around, because it could have went a whole nother level. So I do appreciate that, because he was hurting. He still.
So she was on a yellow bus, and that I'm sure, like the bus driver, like they mentioned him in here, wondering if they had got talked to. I'm gonna be ending in a minute too, y'all.
You kicked it like bitch.
Go before 2 hours.
I'm not gonna lie. We had more of that out here, like that. That's what I'm saying. Y'all talk about being a village and about this, but when we become the village, y'all got a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
Because he did. He came on with a little fire under him. I was talking about he did. And when he was coming in hot
because all he hears is all these people, these strangers.
No, my beard.
See, she said something right there. Y'all want us to be a villain, but or a village, but when we become one, they got a problem with it, and that's a fact. That's dysfunctional as heck, and it's crazy to me. I see it so much, and it really disgusts me, y'all. Welcome in, Debbie, because Pocahontas, welcome in. Balfour is right there by her school. Shoot, is near. Is it right by her school? It's not far from her house, because somebody had drove through the area. It's not very far. It's walking distance for sure. Strongholds, yeah. Right, don't know what Mari went through. Ivari, yeah. Coming to find out, Balfour is up the street from her school. Oh, okay. So the school ain't even that far either, but in a bus it's not that far.
In my family, talking about my family, my sibling, what's going on. So,
but I was like, that's probably the attitude that you probably should have met Mark with to begin with. But I understand, like Shay said, it's emotionally,
he is 17
it's an emotionally charged situation,
and people wasn't gentle with him at all. And I just see people going in on him, but he's a kid, like he's a kid with trauma. And just because he grew wings and got out the house, you gotta wonder what happened. He said he left because of Jarvis, and he also said that he was putting his hands on his auntie, and he didn't like that. He was putting the hands around necks and all kind of stuff. Like, so I don't know if he was doing that in the granny house too. Like, that's crazy. Even the family member said that he don't treat her good at all. He ran away for a reason. Exactly. He's literally a kid, man. People just be looking to attack people, and it's really disgusting to me, because this is why we can't get nowhere. I can't say everybody, because it is some people that's really doing some things. New Era Detroit is one of them. Even Mark D, shout out to him. But people start attacking him too. It's like soon as you get the eye on you, people will jump. They'll do that just to get the eye on them. And I think that's childish and petty as hell. People don't care what kind of attention they get, long as they get some attention. It's like, grow up. Godly. Anybody that go out doing something good, people always try to tarnish their reputation. I've seen it with several cases. It's right by her school. So how she asked her that look at Google on the maps. I think, literally, I got a guy that drove that area. He drove from Bedford to their street. I got it on one of my videos. Let's see. He couldn't take Naziah with him. and she wouldn't have went. She probably wouldn't have went. You know, in the text messages, she was still like respecting her grand. Well, did they say I could go? You know, she was still like listening to them. I feel like everybody knew what was up, especially the women in the house. They knew. Everybody knew, even the kids. Like, think about it. Like when Mark and them went to the landlord's house, it was kids in the house. It was a kid in both rooms that they was in. So that same kid walked out. They hearing this stuff. They know what's going on. CPS was notified in 2022. They got questioned. Even Jarvis got questioned. Everybody knew this stuff. That's why I'm like, what? I mean, really? I feel like it was people in high place, in the places, like the school, for instance. The family even said that Jernell and Kiwana was like, they wasn't listening to us. They was only listening to Annette, and she was saying the opposite of what they were saying, and they was taking her word for gospel. Literally. So it's like, man, she got some connections. Ain't nobody trying to hear nothing. And also on top of that, the next day, which was January 10th, after she went missing, we find out that the teacher wrote her present. So how do we know if Naziah ever missed a day of school? Because they also use that in court. There's like, Naziah never missed a day in school. Well, she missed that one, but they marked her present. So what's up with that? How many other days have they marked her present that she wasn't there? Yeah, that's crazy.
And again, like I said, it's not bashing the family, but this is to give some type of context, some type of layer to where she come from, to help us better understand her, because that's all we got is these pictures and these accounts.
There couldn't be exposure if there was nothing to expose.
Yeah.
If they was out here telling the truth about shit, or actually participating compassionately in a search, we would have no reason to delve deep into what was really going on and to find out all of the things that we find out.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it right there, y'all. She was a child. Yes, why is she talking about she's sneaky? Exactly. I mean, those are not words you use for a loved one, a child who's never done this, that you love. And you knew that she was with child because you admitted it to Roxy. So yeah, this, like I said, it might take a year or two, but they gonna answer to this. They gonna answer to it. Ain't no way they gonna get away with this. Justice for Naziah. She did not deserve what happened to her. Not at all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Please be sure. Yeah, and before we go, this is what all of them need to do.
Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. You going to jail. You going to jail. Lock his ass up. Lock. Nanny boo boo.
Yeah, they definitely going. They going. But anyway, y'all, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Make this go viral. Smack that thumbs up on the way out, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Another video is gonna pop up when this one ends, if y'all can hit the notifications on that video. Thank you for the thumbs up. Peace and love, y'all. We out.